Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today, our group will be presenting the project Pembinaan Bangunan Baru 6 Bilik Darjah dan lain-lain kemudahan di SK Murib, Kuala Langat, Selangor. Let's check it out. Assalamualaikum. So, I start with company background of our assignment. Al-Fateh Resources Sdn Bhd was registered on July 2nd, 2013 under registration number 1052486K. Owned by knowledge and experienced Bumiputra shareholders, focus on supply, procurement, maintenance, construction and other associated services. So, for this project, Al-Fateh Resources Sdn Bhd has received a government tender for the building of educational infrastructure, which is a Sekolah Kebangsaan Morib in Kuala Langat, Selangor. They have to build 6 new classrooms and other supporting infrastructure and as part of the project's scope. So next, we have received the project value and also the estimated duration for this project. First, the project value is 4,694,346 ringgit, and also the estimated project duration is 160 weeks. 116 weeks. So these are roles of client, consultant and also the contractor. The client, their roles are define the project needs, appoint contractor and consultant through a tender process, provide the project budget, and for the consultant, prepare project drawings, specs and documents, monitor the contractor work on site, approve material, etc. And for the contractor, their roles are manage and carry out construction. For each role, there are a lot more of things that they have to do, but I list up just this for this slide.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Danisha binti Muhammad Rosman Zailangi. Today, for my part, I will presentation about the work breakdown structures for the project of Pembinaan Bangunan Baru 6 Bilik Darjah dan lain-lain kemudahan di SK Mori Kuala Langat, Selangor. So, for this project, WBS visually break down the entire scope of the construction project. So, the diagram below shows the structure hierarchy of the major components representing a major scope of works, which is preliminaries, piling works, building works, mechanical works, and also external works. Starting with preliminaries as a major level breakdown, it is start with site position, survey and setting up. After that, the contractor will begin to installing the signboard, hoarding and office setup, and follows with the contractor's accommodation and its requiring recurring works as a temporary housing or a rest area for the workers' construction, and ongoing minor works such as cleaning, utilities, and such as throughout the duration of the project. After the completion of the preliminaries, the next essential works is the piling works. This piling work is to act as foundation, as supporting while giving stability to the building project. So, inserting a foundation works within the project will divide it into several areas such as school building, pump house, and septic tank areas. This is also include the delivery, handling, driving of pipes, and also do a load testing like MLTD, PDA, and such like. Within the school building and pump house breakdown, it include the process to cut off and plug concrete pipe. However, for septic tank areas will be set up. Additional piling will be set up due to differences of soil conditions within the area. So this is happened due to of surrounding of the soil, which is it disturbing during backfill soil after the installation. So it's also to avoid the water leaks. Additional piling in this zone will ensure that the load is transferred deeper and it reach the stable strata. Furthermore, the next planning activity stage goes to building works that will cover a few elements such as WBLFF and also with the frames element. So, in this WBLFF elements, the activities covers like pie caps, stump, ground slabs, and also the beam. However, for frame element, it contains of the columns, beams, and also the slab. In this building works, this is also include the other activities like roofing framework and finishes, construction of stairs and its safety handrails, partitions, walls, installation of windows, construction of internal and external finishes, and also with the provisions of the builder's work for mechanical and electrical. These activities also include the installation of sanitary fittings and also the miscellaneous. So all of these activities sequences will undergo for both of the school building and the pump house areas. Additionally, the next top level breakdown goes to mechanical works. So under this mechanical works, scope is mainly focused on the installation of plumbing and water system internally and also externally to the building, such as sanitary plumbing and cold water piping. So to be added, to ensure adequate water storage capacity for the future use, the building will conduct a construction of the water tank system. This is one of the crucial words for in order to enable a steady and hygiene supply of clean water throughout the facility, especially for the toilet, hand washing areas, and also other sanitary fittings. For the last activities for WBS, I zoom in for last stage of the activities that contains all works that may have to be made outside of the building, which is called as external works. So the activities that do for the external work is such as ground improvement. For the step 1 is we removing the untreated soils, and the step 2 disposal of the soil outside of the project areas, and after that they will lay a geotextile layer and filling it with a sand or using imported materials. So during throughout all the activities, the delivery of transportation of machineries, equipment, and site setup is included. And then other activities that not classified as external works will also goes like drainage and landscaping. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ikmal. Now I would like to present about resources planning for labor, materials, and equipment. Okay, resources planning of analyzed project. Based on interview with contractors, the company has used several methods in planning a project. Contractors will usually appoint any subcontractor to complete a work in the contract, while the main contractor assists and monitors the subcontractor's work to ensure that it runs more smoothly. Okay, for the labor planning by Alpha Tech Resources, For the workforce strategy, this company appoints specialist subcontractors for technical works, which is mechanical works, electrical works, plumbing works, and security system installation. For the core workforce, this company consists of skilled and semi-skilled workers and managed internally or via labor agencies. For the subcontractor selection criteria, this company took criteria based on previous track record and ability to make technical specification from architect and engineers. And now is material planning by Alphatech Resources. For the early material planning, first it begins during program preparation. Second, it was ensures alignment with project timeline from the start. For the material procurement strategy, the material occur on credit from supplier that allows early delivery of materials, usage before full payment, and supports continually offset work even during unstable cash flow. For the material selection, based on critical part method, which is CPM, and prioritize essential materials for critical work phase. The benefit of this thing is it prevents work interruption, it ensures on-time completion of critical project stage, and it improves project cash flow management. And now for the equipment planning by Alphatech Resources. Okay, first, equipment management strategy. First, they use short-term rental and internal ownership, and it depends on project type and duration. For the heavy equipment, it was includes excavator, backhoe loader, mobile crane, and concrete mixer. Supply periodically based on site activity needs are rented from regular suppliers to reduce overall cost, to avoid maintenance expense for long-term use. For concrete and earthworks, for the small equipment, for example, they use concrete vibrators, cutting machine, water pumps, and it's stored on site and managed by site supervisor. And last, for the planning and coordination, the equipment use align with WBS, which is work breakdown structure schedule. It was included in cost allocation plan and ensure efficient budget and resources management.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakimi bin Muhammad Nasir. So, I will present to you about the initial capital investment requirement. So, this slide highlights the initial capital investment for this project. As shown in table 1, around RM141,000 or 3% of the total budget was allocated for the pre-construction cost. The largest portion was 60.3% went to recurring works like permit and temporary facilities which are critical for site readiness. This aligns with industry standards of 3 to 5% for pre-construction planning. The project strategy allocation ensures smooth mobilization, contributing to its 86% completion rate against an 81.8% the original target. The project success offered three key lessons. First, allocating 12.4% to contractor accommodations directly supported productivity under tight deadlines. Second, adhering to the 3 to 5% industrial benchmark for pre-construction costs minimized by financial risk. Finally, exceeding completion target, which 86% versus the original, which is 81.8%, prove that strategic initial investment like permits and temporary facilities will prevent delays. As the quote suggests, proportional budgeting and contingency planning are essential for on-time and on-budget delivery. That's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adam Hakimi bin Muhammad Safullah, and today I will explain about monthly cash inflow and outflow forecast in construction project. First, What is the forecast? Forecast is a simple financial plan that helps contractor know how much money will come in and how much money will come out in every month. Cash inflow is the money received from the client. Usually, this money is paid in stage based on how much work done. And the cash outflow is the money that contractor needs to pay, which is this include for payment, workers' wages, materials, machine rental, fuel, transport, and subcons. Other small costs and like insurance, permits, and office expenses are also included. By using this forecast, the contractor can make sure that they always have enough money to keep the project running without any delay. Another important part is something we call capital lockup. This happens when the contractor's money is stuck in the project. For example, the contractor may need to buy material early before they get paid, or sometimes client keeps some money until the project is fully done. This is called retention money. And if the contractor doesn't plan this properly, they might they might not have enough money to pay for the next stage. This is risky, especially for a big project that takes many months or years. So this forecast help contractor to avoid money problems, plan better, and find the right time to ask for a loan or advance if they need it. So let me explain with an example from our project at SK Morit. From April to September 2023, the cash outflow increased slowly because of early works like piling. This work is expensive and includes concrete pile testing, and packet. From late 23 to mid 24, the outflow becomes higher. This is the time when superstructure work starts, like beams, walls, floor, rooms, and internal finishes. During this time, the contractor may spend over 250,000 ringgit every month. At the end of the project by early 2025, this is not the end, but this is the end. The spending slows down again, only small works like testing and inspection are left. The final spending total is about 4.69 million as shown in S curve and Gantt chart. For in conclusion, this forecast is very important because it helps the contractor manage their money, plan payment, avoid delay, and finish the project on time and within the budget. Okay, that's all from me, and let's go to the next slide. Assalamualaikum and hi again. I will. My name is Muhammad Adam Hakimi, and I will continue with sources of founding. Now, I will in a uh, in a simple word, sources of founding means where the money comes from to start and complete the project. The contractor needs money to pay for many things such as material, workers' wages, equipment rental, and other costs like transport and permits. Without enough funding, the project can face delay or even stop completely. For this project, we interviewed a contractor from Alpha Tech Resources. He explained the main funding sources used by his company. So let me share with you. First, the most important source is internal capital. This means Company use its own money to start the project. For example, if the project is RM 5 million, for example, 5 million. So they need to prepare at least 500,000 ringgit before receiving any payment from the client. And second, they can use something like or something called supplier credit. This is when we trust supplier give the material first and the companies pay later. This is very helpful for the this is very helpful when the client payments are late, especially in government project. So the third one is advance payment from the client. In some contract, they can ask for money before starting work, but this is not common because it needs many document and bank guarantee. Next one is the company sometimes use private loans. This is only done in emergency situation when cash flow is very tight. It is not a normal choice, but it helps during the crisis. And the last one is they avoid bank loans. Why they avoid bank loans? This is because bank procedures are too strict and low. So they prefer not to use them. So in conclusion, Alfate resources mostly use their own money and supplier credit. Other options like credit advance, private loans, and bank loans are only used if they really need it. So, good funding strategies help them to manage cash flow, avoid risk, and keep the project running smoothly. So, I think that's all from my part. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amirul Fikri Saufi bin Muhammad Fauzi, and I'll be presenting the financial risk management strategies used by Al Fateh Resources. So, these strategies have proven essential for project sustainability, especially in Malaysia's competitive construction industry. The first strategy they use is internal capital utilization. They rely on its own internal capital to start and sustain project. By using their own funds, they avoid delays from waiting for client advances or bank loans, or allowing work to begin immediately. The next one is phased financial allocation. The company Al Fateh Resource, they allocate funds in phases, focusing on critical activities identified using the critical path method. This ensures the key milestones are met on time and reduce the risk of costly delays. The next strategy they use is S-curve analysis. They also use it to monitor the relationship between physical progress and financial expenditure. This helps them anticipate periods of high spending and keep the project within budget. Then there's the front-loaded pricing. Another strategy is front-loaded pricing, where higher prices are set for items completed early in the project. This secures larger interim payments at the start, providing a financial buffer for later stages. Then there's the cost control and profitability. During the initial phase, the focus is on strict cost control rather than immediate profit. Profitability is considered over the entire project lifecycle, not just at the beginning. Then there's the thorough pre-bid planning. Before bidding for a new project, Al Fateh Resource reviews their budget and only tenders if sufficient funds are available. This careful planning prevents overextension by getting into other projects and lose money. Then there's the reserve fund allocation. A portion of fund is always set aside as a reserve. This reserve helps the company handle unexpected expenses or payment delays without disrupting the project. Then there's the supplier credit arrangement. To ease cash flow, materials are often obtained on credit from suppliers. This keeps work moving even if client payments are delayed. Then there's digital financial management tools such as SQL and SQLM. They use those tools to synchronize work program, progress report, and financial forecast, enhancing transparency and coordination. Then there's the role of the quantity surveyor. The Al-Fateh resource relies on quantity surveyors to help them with the financial risk by monitoring costs, ensuring contract compliance, and managing claims to maintain profitability. Then finally there's data-driven cash flow forecasting. They analyze data from previous projects to forecast cash flows needs, allowing them to anticipate and address potential challenges. To conclude, the SK Morid project by Al Fateh Resource exemplifies how integrating financial discipline, strategic resource planning, and technological support can drive successful construction outcome. The project's strong performance highlights the importance of anticipating risk, allocating resource wisely, and maintaining rigorous financial control from start to finish. And that is all. Thank you very much.